There was another small milestone in the digital era today when the old analogue television signal was switched off around Melbourne. And as Kerry Ritchie reports, there was a last-minute rush either to replace or convert old analogue TV sets.
There may not have been a lot of glitz, but as far as TV moments go, this one was pretty big. At 9 a.m. on the dot, the ABC's analogue transmitter at Mount Dandenong was turned off. Antenna technicians got together to mark the moment. Chris Lowe has been run off his feet.
Working 7 days a week, 12 hours a day. We've just phone call after phone call. It's been fantastic, yeah.
Chris Lowe has come to Graham Kendall's Albert Park house to fit a digital set box, so Mr Kendall can still use his old analogue TV.
When they see the pictures and the amount of content that there is, they're just overwhelmed and they love it, yeah.
Mr Kendall says the set box was pretty cheap. They can be bought for $29. But when digital first came in, a set box would set you back $700.
Out with the old, in with the new.
There's been plenty of out with the old when it comes to TVs. 95% of Melburnians have already switched to digital, with many upgrading their sets at the same time. This council recycling program in Camberwell has received 210 tonnes of televisions in the past 6 months.
The right way is to get in contact with your local council and find out how you can get rid of your television, whether or not the council will come and pick it up or whether or not you can take it to the council's recycling depot.
And then there's the wrong way to do it. According to the neighbours, this TV has been sitting on the nature strip in Footscray for the past 6 weeks. Kerry Ritchie, ABC News, Melbourne.
The end of an era in television today after the country's remaining analogue signals were switched off. As Laura Spurway reports, Melbourne is one of the last places to finally go digital.
2, 1, yay!
With the push of a button, history was made.
No, you can't turn it on again.
The most significant change in television since colour was introduced 40 years ago.
There was a lot of work to put analogue to air. No, it was a very emotional day.
Melbourne is one of the last places to make the digital switch, 6 decades after TV first came to Australia to broadcast the 1956 Olympics.
We might get romantic about the good old, bad old days, but certainly things in the viewing world are a lot better.
A really nice picture too, really sharp image.
The switch off means some Victorians have been left with a lot of static.
So the analogue's cut out obviously, so today, time to upgrade to a digital box.
My parents, they've got the old-fashioned one, so that's why we're buying that today.
But retailers say most customers are embracing the change.
Once we show them what they have available to them, generally people are very excited about the change.
Today's switch-off means around 8.8 million households have now converted from analogue
to digital, and for those that haven't, assistance schemes will be available until January next year.
Hurry up and get digital ready because there's lots of benefits for digital.
Laura Spurway, 9 News.
Well, the switch has been flicked to officially end an era in Australian television. The last analogue signal was turned off in Melbourne at 9 this morning, 57 years after pictures were first beamed into our living rooms.
We would feel very happy and very rewarded indeed if we were to feel that this special Christmas program for 1968 has added to the joy and pleasure of your Christmas.
More than 95% of Melbourne homes had already converted to digital television.
A new era in television has begun following Australia's last analogue transmission earlier today. As Leah Craven reports, Melbourne was the last major city to make the switch to digital-only broadcasts.
4, 3, 2, 1, go! We're off!
A flick of the switch marked the end of an era. Analogue television has been consigned to the history books.
Did you ever think this day would come?
No, not a hope, not a chance.
Engineer Bob Rosenthal pressed the button that turned Channel O into Channel 10 in 1980. At 9 o'clock this morning, he switched off 10's analogue signal.
All of us who are involved in this industry knew that things change, but nobody ever foresaw digital television.
As Melburnians threw their old televisions away, there was a boom in business for retailers.
Melbourne was one of the last places in Australia to make the switch. 95% of us were prepared and had already converted, but a few were caught off guard this morning.
As soon as 9 o'clock switched, the phones started ringing, didn't they? And yeah, those people need to hurry up and get digital ready.
When Gail Cohen turned on her TV this morning,
it just went blank. The other channels, 7, 9 and 10, went blank.
She realised it was time to embrace change.
I thought I'd better come and get a proper TV, well, a digital TV.
For those who can't bear to throw out their analogue television, install a set-top box or consult the government's digital switchover website for help. Digital TV means clearer pictures and better sound, and static becomes a thing of the past. Leah Craven, 10 Eyewitness News.